I live in Babcock Ranch. Of course, I love our beautiful sunsets by the Innovation Tower.
We live in Babcock Ranch. Of course, we take our dogs for golf cart rides.
And they love it.
I live in Babcock Ranch. Of course I love cruising around on my golf cart.
We live in Babcock Ranch. Of course, we love being crossing guards at the school.
I live in Babcock Ranch. Of course I am to school.
I live in Babcock Ranch. Of course I bring my toddler to Miss Stephanie's dance class on Wednesday mornings.
Of course I love this black tag.
We live in the Babcock Ranch area. Of course we love hanging out at Founders Square.
I live in Babcock Ranch. Of course I love riding a bike.
Hey, I love living in Babcock Ranch, and of course I walk on the boardwalk.
I live at Babcock Ranch, and of course I love the social events.
I live in Babcock Ranch. Of course I go to food trucks every Friday night and Saturday.
I live in Babcock Ranch. I love having a $3 happy hour beer at Slater's at Babcock Ranch.
I live in Babcock Ranch. Of course I enjoy ice cream from Square Scoops.
We live in Babcock Ranch. Of course we go to Babcock Neighborhood School.
We live in Babcock Ranch. Of course we like family time.
At Square Scoops.
We live in Babcock Ranch. Of course we love Babcock Social.
I live in Babcock Ranch. Of course, in the historic district, first district here.
I live in Babcock Ranch. Of course, I love the evening walks with my dog because that's one of the main reasons I moved here.
Babcock Ranch. Of course we love Taco Tuesday.
All right, I love it. Go ahead. Make some noise.
We live in Babcock Ranch, so of course we do golf cart parades.
We live in Babcock Ranch, and of course we buy and sell our home with Team John Garuti.
We live in Babcock Ranch. And of course, we're members of the Babcock Ranch American Legion Post 415.
I live in Babcock Ranch. And of course, I'm a member of the Rotary Club of Babcock Ranch.
I live in Babcock Ranch, and of course I am part of Scouts in Babcock Ranch and the Rotary Club of Babcock Ranch.
I live in Babcock Ranch. Of course I am a member of the Babcock Ranch Auxiliary.
I live in Babcock Ranch, and of course I do the monthly art in the market.
We live in Babcock Ranch. Of course we love boot camp with Shara.
We live here in Babcock Ranch.
And of course, we're part of the Cigars Under the Stars Members Social.
I live in Babcock Ranch. Of course I teach painting classes.
We live in Babcock Ranch. Of course we love painting with Linda Lucas.
In Babcock Ranch. And of course, I drive a Solar City Karts golf cart.
I live in Babcock Ranch. Of course I use Clover nails.
We live in Babcock Ranch. Of course we are part of embracing cultural diversity at Babcock Ranch. I live in Babcock Ranch. Of course I bring my niece to events.
I love it.
We live in Babcock Ranch. Of course we're gonna ride our bikes to our friends' houses. Ready? I live in Babcock Ranch. Of course, I'm your favorite weatherman. Who needs Matt Devitt when you have me?
Hey, we live in Babcock Ranch. Of course we list and show homes on our golf cart.
I live in Babcock Ranch. Of course I go to Clover Nails and Spa.
I live in Babcock Ranch. Of course I golf at the beautiful Babcock National.
We live in Babcock Ranch. Of course we love pizza and Milo home.
I live in Babcock Ranch. Of course I love the beautiful palm trees.